All right. So guys, we're going to go ahead and get started. We have a wonderful audience tonight. Um, you guys are giving us some good energy. Thank you for sharing. Some wins that you have, some things that are going positive for you. We want to keep that good energy going tonight and just keep it going here in 2021. I really thank you guys for doing just such a fabulous job of staying connected with us and continuing to come to our speaker series. And we are going to finish this spring semester off strong and then gear up for a strong summer. So Dr. Ruiz, let's go ahead and get started here tonight. So accountability, who is on your board of directors? So tonight, kind of linking to our previous topic of goal setting and our visions, now we're going to talk about the people, the group around us, the support system, the mentorship system that is surrounding us, that is going to help us reach those goals and get to that vision.
And so we want to welcome everyone here. And Brian, I don't know if you introduce yourself, although you're world famous. So why do you need an introduction, right? My name is Anique Ruiz, and I'm the Wiscam STEM Inspire Program Director at the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee. To all of our UWM scholars, and Brian.
And I am Brian Thomas, and I am your student professional development mentor. I've been working with LSMCE specifically for the last 7 years, and we had a name change here over the last few with LSMRCE, but this is actually year number 7. So we are seeing students at this point get their PhDs, even from freshman years of college. So this has been pretty awesome. I'm enjoying taking this ride and this journey with you guys. So thank you so much for allowing me to provide support to you. So let's get it kicked off here. Let's start off with some icebreaker, and let's see what you guys think. What percentage of people accomplish their task by making an appointment with an advisor? Drum roll, please. Deb, I don't see our results. There we go. Thank you so much. All right, so we got, looks like the majority is leaning. We got a tie between 55 and 75, with 95 coming in third place. Let's see what we have here. 95%. Wow, that's a big number. And because that number is such a big number, that's why we're having this conversation tonight, because there is great value in mentorship. There's great value in a support system. There's great value in building your board of directors, because when you get the proper advising, you can actually have a greater result in reaching your goal. All right. So let's talk about a few stats here. Stats are phenomenal. So 50% probability of completing your goal, promised task or activity if you plan how you will do it. Has anybody had success in that area? I'd like to hear one person's voice of you achieved this, a goal that you had, a promise that you had for yourself, or a task, just because you developed a plan of how you would do it. Has anybody had success with that? Are any hands up there? Use the raise your hand feature if you like, please. All right. Aaliyah, come talk to us. Uh-oh. Aaliyah, did you put your hand back down? All right. Looks like Aaliyah put her hand down. So I'm going to go with Uh-oh, I lost all my hands now. Anyone would like to share that you planned something, and just because you planned the how, you actually were able to accomplish it?
I can still share if you need me to.
Absolutely. Come on in. Make sure you introduce yourself.
My name is Aaliyah, and I go to Ball State. And to answer the question, one thing that I do each day is I plan to study. And just by setting aside the time for that, making sure I have no other plans, it kind of reinforces me to study each day.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So do you feel that each day your study planning helps you execute your study requirements?
Yes, because I know for a fact there'll be nothing else going on during that allotted time. So when it gets to that point in the day, I'm like, well, I might as well go ahead and study since I already set aside time for it.
Awesome, awesome. So now it says 65% probability of completing your goal, promise, or task or an activity. If you commit to someone, you will do it. Does anybody have an experience, a quick story of where you said to someone, I will do this, and you committed to them, and because of that commitment, it pushed you to completing the goal? And there's a simple one, like, I'm going to graduate college. He's like, I'm gonna do it. All right, come on, Amber, come on in there. And Omar, you leave your hand up there. Don't you run away from me here. Come on, Amber.
Hi, everyone. My name is Amber. I am a third-year animal sciences student at The Ohio State University with a minor in history. And mine is also pretty simple. So I hate vacuuming. Like, I absolutely cannot stand vacuuming because I don't like the sound of it. But, like, I'll call my grandmother and tell her, like, hey, Grams, I need to vacuum. So I'm vacuum by 6 p.m. or whatever. And we'll be on the phone until I vacuum.
Awesome, awesome. You know what? There's something on a simple note. I committed to my wife. I was gonna cook and I was gonna clean all those dishes. And when she came back home, those dishes were clean because I committed to that, because that was gonna be a rough day for me if I didn't get it done. So I love it that sometimes with these items that we talk about, you know, we have our big career goals, academic goals, but sometimes we're talking about things that just help us get through the normal day-to-day task. So I love it. I love it. 95% probability of completing your goal, promise, task, or activity if you have a specific accountability appointment with a person you've committed to. So this could be, you know, a friend that you have a weekly check-in with. You may actually have a coach in the professional world. You do monthly check-ins. You may have your Office of Career Services or academic advising, where you guys have touch points. It may be your LSAMP advisor on campus, where you have a scheduled event. So this is something where you actually have appointments set to actually do follow-up, and you that helps you stay on task. Does anybody have any story on that aspect? And if you don't, that's okay, because that's part of tonight's discussion as well, is actually helping set this formal system up.
I think we had Omar on before, but I'm not sure if he has something.
Oh, no. I'm so sorry, Omar. You had your hand up for the 65% one about committing to someone.
Yeah. Hi, my name is Omar. I'm a civil engineering student. So yeah, I think this goes with the story of committing to changing my habits and myself. You know, coming back from a vacation, I told myself, you know, I'm gonna commit to changing, you know, like exercising more, diet habits, as well as just being more clean in my room and like stuff like that. So I committed to myself. I do check-ins with myself on a weekly basis. Like, all right, what do I have to do this week? What should I take care of, you know, before the weekends? And so the commitment was with myself. But if I had to say an example with committing to somebody, I think it was with my dad. I committed with him with this car project that we have going on. And, you know, I have all these things going on, but I committed as well to spending time with him, to be helping him with it. So yeah, that's my examples.
Awesome, awesome. All right, Dr. Ruiz. Let's transition to what are some of the additional benefits of an accountability support system. So we have a few listed here, but I do want to get your engagement. And Dr. Ruiz, you please chime in here. But just a few that we listed were, it helps you achieve your goals faster, reinforces those good habits, allows you to learn from your mistakes, assist you with navigating tough situations, and surrounds you with allies you can trust. I would love to get a little bit of feedback from you to, you know, reassure some of these items that we selected, or maybe even to add something to it. What are additional benefits of an accountability support system to you? And how has the system that you currently have, if you do have one, how has it benefited you? I see Miss Amber. Did I see your hand raised, Amber?
I did not raise my hand, but
No.
I can go if you want me to add.
Well,
something.
you know what? I put you on the stage.
Well, I'm on the stage then. So to reaffirm the assist you with navigating tough situations, I'd like to basically talk about the situation at hand and get another person's perspective just to make sure that I'm not missing anything critical. So it allows you to think about, okay, I'm thinking about all the positives of this new job, but the negative might be, hey, you need to get up at 4 a.m. and I like to sleep 12 hours a day. So 4 a.m. is not a good thing for me. So having somebody else to say, oh, here's the other side of this helps, you know, figure out what you need to do.
Okay. Anyone else like to share if you want to add to one of these or reinforce one of these additional benefits?
I'll go.
Awesome. Come on in there, Omar.
So I really agree with Amber. I think getting another perspective in decisions that you're gonna make is a great thing to do. You get other ideas and other opinions on things before doing them. So yeah, I agree with Amber a lot.
Awesome. All right. So Dr. Ruiz, let's sorry. Let's take a step back there.
So,
I tried to jump the gun there.
well, you know what she does? She is a really great speaker. So we're gonna get to her. You know what? I'd like to hear, Brian. I see Dr. Fashola on your previous question about accountability, and what Dr. Fashola, coming from the standpoint of being kind of on the other side of student life, might see as a particular benefit to having the accountability system. If you wouldn't mind sharing, I don't know, I see the name here. So Dr. Fashola, if you're there, if not, we will go into talking about a personal board of directors. What I would like to see is a raise of hands, if I could, of folks who have heard of the term personal board of directors. So just simple raising your hand, share with us if you've ever heard that term before, personal board of directors. Okay, I see Evan's hand raised. Anybody else ever heard of? I see Omar's hand. Who else? Going once, going twice. Pilar, Matilda. Anyone else? Let's see. Okay, I actually want to hear from someone that I've not heard from before. So Matita, if you would come off of mute, tell me what your understanding is of what a personal board of directors is.
It's essentially what your support system consists of, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that's what I remember about it. I don't have much of a clear understanding of it, but I think
Okay.
that's what it means.
Okay, okay, great. Do you have one?
I guess, yeah.
Okay, that's great. Anybody really quick want to supplement Matita's answer? You are correct. Anyone else have thoughts? Personal board of directors. What do you define as your personal board of directors? I think I saw, I don't know if I saw Nancy's hand up.
No, I actually don't know what it is.
Okay. Well, let's talk about it, right? So when we're talking about accountability, we're basically talking about somebody sometimes who holds our feet to the fire, right? So as Brian mentioned in our last presentation, we talked about our vision for 2021. We talked about the goals that we've set. And all of that is really great, right? So you have all these awesome goals and you even have SMART goals, right? And they're laid out, but who is going to kind of help you understand how to take those goals and actually implement them, especially when things get difficult, right? Or you have to make a choice. And so your personal board of directors, I love these lovely people around the table. Maybe your board of directors, folks, looks that sophisticated. Some of mine do, and some of mine probably would be wearing some sweats or a house coat, who knows? But these are essentially folks who are going to hold you accountable for the goals that you set, okay? And so these are people that you trust. Okay, you don't put people on your board of directors that you can't trust to either share confidential information or share personal feelings that you have about things. You have to trust them. Some of these folks have been where you've been, so they've gone through what you've gone through. And they can also help you to make connections with other people, perhaps, who can also help you further your goals. So they're helpful with networking, but they help you to make very strong decisions by giving you great advice. So we are going to watch a video by KPMG, their partner and Chief Inclusion Officer, Sue Townsend. She's going to explain a little bit more about personal board of directors. So Brian, if you would show us the video, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
My name is Sue Townsend, and I am a partner.
Oh, sorry, I want to get you a little more volume.
My name is Sue. My name is Sue Townsend, and I am a partner and our Chief Inclusion and Diversity Officer at KPMG. You're probably asking yourself, what is a personal board of directors? Well, it's a group of individuals that you periodically go to for advice and counsel and feedback. The members of your board should be different. Your board is a group of individuals, both inside and outside of your organization, that you go to periodically for feedback and advice. Think broad and deep. So go after individuals and leaders inside your organization that are in different groups than you. A board can really help you navigate your career advancement. At the end of the day, having different perspectives is going to help you make better decisions about your career. So I ask, who's on your board?
Okay, thank you so much, Brian. So what Sue pointed out there was something that's very critical, right? And we're going to talk more about this personal board of directors, but I just want you to understand, just like a
My
company—
name is Sue Townsend, and I am a partner and our Chief Inclusion and Diversity Officer at KPMG.
We enjoyed Sue so much.
She wanted to keep talking to us,
wanted
right?
to hear it one more time. I'm so sorry.
You're fine. what I was saying is, see, we love to have fun with you guys. That's why we love having you back. People that are too stiff can't have fun. And so if you come into our party, you're always going to have a good time. But with the board of directors, similar to a company, right? If you go and you work for a company, or even your local college or university has its own board of directors. Every major institution has a board, and that whoever that CEO is accountable to the board for the decisions that are made on behalf of the company. So if you translate that into your personal board, and you're the CEO of your life, right? Chief Executive Officer, then what these people are designed to do is to both hold you accountable for the tasks, the goals that you set for yourself, but also be champions of your success, to help to link you to others that are in your industry, are in your graduate school, that are going to help you to succeed. So take that mindset of that kind of corporate board of directors and just apply it to yourself. And Brian is going to take it away and give us something very fun to work on.
All right, so let's have a little bit of fun, and let's use the board of directors template. We're going to assign 2 or more individuals to our board of directors, and feel free to share your appointed directors in the chat. So let's go. Is there a little bit of playback there somewhere?
I don't hear it.
All right. There was a little bit of playback. All right. So we have our board of directors table. I actually wouldn't mind if you have a little piece of paper, if you want to use your computer, little Excel spreadsheet, whatever the case may be. I would love for you to just take a moment and just make a little table. And I'd like for you to put a few people around the table that you believe should be on your board of directors. Now, I'm going to give just a few suggestions of who these people can be. It could be someone in your field, someone who is in or has been in your particular circumstance. That could be from your upbringing, from the university you attended. It could be all type of any things that just come from the uniqueness of your life and your circumstance. Someone who is one of your greatest cheerleaders. Someone who has and is ready to critique you, your decisions and actions. So these are just some thought provokers. Someone who is a leader in the area in which you aspire to grow or succeed. And someone of another generation, older or younger. Sometimes the older generation has experience in a certain area to help you along the way. The younger generation may have some visions of some things and some uses of some new waves of technology or something that have come out that can help you along the way. Or sometimes they just keep you fresh because they keep good, got good energy and they got a lot of stamina, right? So it's just sometimes you need somebody like that. And sometimes as we get older, we may get stuck in our ways of the way we see things. And sometimes you may need a different generation of perspective that's thinking, differently because they haven't, had those years of experience to hone their way of thinking just yet. So it's some really good suggestions here of how this board of directors can come from all walks of life. What I love about it, Dr. Ruiz, is that it doesn't it's not like keeping anyone out, right? It's giving you the freedom and the space to have a beautiful range of people too, so you don't come across as, oh, well, I don't need that person. I don't know. We need all types of people. This isn't about socioeconomics. This isn't about just where the city you grew up from. That could be part of it, but you're gonna need some people on your table, sitting at the boardroom with you that are coming from all walks of life. And if you, just to give an example, Dr. Ruiz, if you look at companies, if you look at their board of directors, they sometimes have people who are in a similar industry, but then a lot of them have people from other industries so they can bring those new and diverse perspectives.
Yes, yes. And, you know, I love what Amber said, to piggyback off of what you said, Brian, which is so true. You know, I need your grandma to call me about vacuuming my house, because I hate vacuuming too. Vacuuming is like my hands on a chalkboard. So there are people who may be on your board who are family. They may not have gone to college. They may not have graduated from high school or even middle school, but they may have, thanks Amber, but they may have insight, wisdom from life experience that has helped you to get through some tough times, who have been your greatest cheerleaders. Some of you all may have pastors or clergy who have been in your life. And so don't think so narrowly just about your field, although you definitely may want some folks who are in the STEM field to be on your table, but these are folks who command attention simply because they love you, they care about you, they want to see you succeed and grow, and they have something to offer and to share that's going to be beneficial to your future. So think broadly about this, but you're exactly right, Brian. The more diversity you have at your table, as Sue said, the more perspectives, diverse perspectives you have, the better decision maker you're going to be moving forward.
Awesome, awesome. So do we have anyone that wants to be bold and share with us who are some of the type of people, and you don't have to give a specific name if you don't want to, but who are some of the type of people you selected to be on your board of directors? We got a little bit of time. We're doing really good on our time, guys. So I really want you to take your time with this, and I love to hear your feedback, because you could spark an idea for someone else. And I really would like for you to leave feeling like, okay, if not tonight, here soon thereafter, that I can develop my board of directors. So were there any hands that are raised?
I see Aaliyah type something in the chat. Friends
Right.
and family or co-workers.
Awesome, awesome. I'll tell you guys one for me, and you guys got to hold me accountable because we're family. So I am on a journey, though this is not, if you can see my screen, this isn't part of that journey right now. Deb knows I love my Reese's peanut butter cups, especially, oh my gosh, those Halloween ones and the Easter egg ones, oh, the Christmas trees. But I'm actually on a journey. I got me a coach this week who's on my board of directors. He's a friend of mine. I love the way in which he has discipline around his health, and not just exercise, but just overall with eating as well, and just his outlook on it. And so he's now on my board of directors from a health perspective, to make sure that I'm not just out here giving you guys wonderful sessions, but I'm, not living a healthy life for my family, nor to have longevity with you guys, because I got to see you until you get older and things like that too. So that's somebody that I've added to my board of directors this week. And then last year, as I was working on some more elevated things with my family's finances, I added a new person on our personal finance board of directors. So it doesn't have to be just my career. It could be things that help me in life, because we are trying to not only help you guys graduate and get into your careers, but we want to help you be successful in life as well. Dr. Ruiz, do you have a board of director person or two that you can share to give the students an example?
You know what? It was interesting, and I love your example. So shoot in the chat whoever your guy is on the weight loss tip, because my problem is trail mix. I love Monster trail mix. I will literally eat it all day as a substitute for like lunch or whatever. But I need to get off of that. Some of us have gained more pandemic pounds than we'd like to share. And so, yes, I need the name of that person, but I'm like,
pandemic pounds.
Oh, thank you. So, I'm like Evan, a lot of my board of directors, I actually intentionally sat down and did this activity because I didn't want to ask you guys to do it. And, it wasn't something that I did. And, I don't know about the rest of you all, but it was interesting. After the pandemic, I noticed I didn't have as many people on my board as pre-pandemic. And just being transparent with you all. And I'm not sure, sometimes I think when you go through a transition or when you go through a tough time, your circle of influence perhaps tends to narrow a little bit. The folks you trust or you may interact with may be smaller. And for some of you all who may be able to identify with me, that maybe your circle, a lot of my circle is my family, just because I have a very tight-knit family. I have professionals on there too. But some of you guys are like me and your circle is kind of narrowed a little bit, or maybe you got some vacancies at your table. Do not be concerned. A lot of people right now are starting to reestablish those relationships, those connections, those networks in a way that's positive and helps you to pivot and kind of launch your career. There's also, I think, true to the fact, Brian, that as you're nearing graduation, maybe you're thinking about attending graduate school, or you're thinking about that next step in the career, you might want to switch those people around. You might want to add some folks who have a specific expertise or a background experience. So your board is never static, okay? Your board is constantly in flux, like Brian mentioned, as you go along professionally. And so that's okay. So that's kind of, most of the people are my family, but again, my circle is narrowed a bit, but I'm looking to expand it again. So I see Omar trail mix for the win. Yes. But I'd love to hear from everybody else and see if others feel the same way, or if you guys have really solid boards. Love to hear it.
Just so you guys know, I'm looking down because I'm actually writing. I'm feeling, I thought I had my board filled out, but I'm like I'm doing the exercise too. So I'm filling in my board all the way. I drew a boardroom table and everything.
I think Nancy has her hand raised. Nancy, do you want to come off of mute and share?
Yeah, I would agree with you, Anique. I feel like the pandemic really, I don't know, I guess condensed a group of people I would consistently interact with. So my board of directors became my family, but I also, during the pandemic, joined the UWM Alumni Association mentoring program, and I was able to get a mentor, and she's been really great, and she's been helping me learn and, I don't know, I guess just transition into the work field more so after graduation, just helping me out, reading my resume, connecting me with different people. So I would say she's someone that I added to my board of directors.
That's great, Nancy. I think a testimony of courage in going outside of your comfort zone and actually pursuing someone that you feel like can help you. Not everyone is in a place where they're ready to kind of show that type of vulnerability, right? Because if you ask someone to help you or be part of your board, what you're saying is there's something that you have that I need, I want to advance professionally, or to lose weight, or to manage your finances better. So it does require you to open up. It requires some truth telling, right? And some of us don't like people to be in our business. Some of us are like, once I tell this person that I need help with, not eating so much trail mix. They're going to be calling on me about, you know, not eating or what are you eating? And I don't really want to hear that. So it does require truth telling, maturity, and a little vulnerability. And you got to be ready for that. So anyone else, very briefly, before we continue, have any feedback? That's great, Nancy. Thanks for sharing. All right, Miss Amber.
So looking at this, like this slide now is like, how do you select your board members? That's kind of how I thought about when I was writing my board of directors. So I have like my academic and career side, and then I have like the family, real life, you know, I'm an adult now. And then I have my friends for like various sections. So, you know, social, because I'm not a very social person. And online has helped me become quote unquote more social, because like I don't have to see you to talk. You don't have to see me. So yeah, I kind of broke it up into sections. And as you said, like my table is kind of stagnant right now because I'm not meeting as many people. I don't have those quote unquote forced interactions that I would have before. But I'm happy where my table is.
You know, Amber, that's really great. And I think you addressed something that we brought up, and then we're gonna move into the slide. But it's funny because you brought up these kind of almost different tables, right? Or you may have certain groups of people who are at the same table but have specific expertise, right? And that's okay too. That's great. I know for some people, the pandemic, some folks have shared with me, actually allowed them to connect a little bit more, like you mentioned, because if you're shy, if you don't like kind of those big group networking meetings and interactions, being able to get in a webinar or talk to somebody virtually, maybe without your camera on or just by email, can kind of ease tensions a little bit. And because a lot of things are free, you know, you don't have to pay to go to every conference. You can kind of slide in and get into some things without paying for it, right? That you get to meet new people. So there's probably pros and cons, right, to the kind of post-pandemic life that we have. But I love your approach to having so many different groups of people. And I think that that's great. So Brian, you want to kind of move forward from this slide, or we kind of go through briefly this slide here?
I think let's move forward from it.
Yeah.
I wanted to just give a piece of small advice as I was working through mine. One thing I did, and I didn't think about this, Dr. Ruiz, I'm kind of liking this. I'll just toss it out there. So I put people, I put names, right, around the table. And then I also listed what their purpose was for my life, and not, you know, each person, like I had a health and discipline. I had a person who I put for friendship and for family. I put for spirit and for centering me. Someone put for support in the world of academia knowledge, finances, career coaching. So I not only did I put these people in there, but I also put categories for them. And one person could have more than one category. I put my mother in there just because my mother, I put life. I just put my mother and I put life and centering me, because when I talk to her, I always feel like I left in a better spot, just emotionally, spiritually, everything. So I thought I could just throw that out there for you guys too, is when you're building this board, think about what they're there for, so it could be more intentional when you're having the dialogue with those individuals. And so here's some more tips on selecting your personal board of directors. Leave your comfort zone and transcend your own stereotypes. That's so interesting, because on mine, I got a person on here who I put challenge my thinking beyond my comfort. And that person always does that for me. That's interesting that we stay connected with that here. Seek several mentors, not just one. Be considerate of their time and plan before you meet. That's what I was just talking about. The more you know what their purpose is on your board, the better you can prepare yourself for dialogue with them. And it also better prepares them on how they can be of value back to you. Get out there by volunteering or doing research on a potential mentor, and then give back. Successful mentors is a two-way street. So mutualism is a word that you're going to hear in this process. The more you can make this mutually beneficial is really awesome. Uh-oh, sorry about that. So with just a small raise of the hands, we'll see what we have here. Who feels, and you can scream out me if you want to, who feels that just having this session tonight has put you in a place where you either elevated your knowledge on a board of directors, or you now can see that there is value in developing your board of directors? Let's do a raise your hand, and if you want to take your phone off mute and just scream out yes or whatever, we'd love that too. All right, we got a few hands raised. Awesome, awesome. Is anyone that raised your hand, would you like to share what the session, like where in which it's unlocking it for you?
I can go really quick.
Oh, awesome. Come on in, Aaliyah.
Yeah, I don't have too much to say, but I do like the concept of it as something I never heard of. And it's also nice to think about how you can utilize different people in your relationships to try to guide your personal life into a correct direction. We don't always think about the people that we meet as a board of director or someone who has like a large say over, like, to influence what you do. And I like just the idea that we can kind of build a different part of our relationship with the people that we choose and set a goal together.
Awesome, awesome. Amber, would you like to share as well?
Yeah, I can share. I think one of the major things that I got is about being strategic about, you know, who you allow to influence you. Like you said before, this is not like excluding anybody. It's just giving certain, like, you know, that you can rely on certain people more, or that they have the information or expertise or, you know, whatever that you need to move forward in your own life. So breaking it down by category for me, like, okay, who do I need to fill this academic goal? Who do I need to help me with my health goals and, you know, such? So that's what I got out of this.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you for that. So let's look at a few resources. Dr. Ruiz, you want to walk through a few of these resources that we have for our students as they continue to learn more about their board of directors and developing their board of directors?
Sure. And some of these things, you guys will actually, you know, we love homework, right? As teachers, we just do. And so none of this is homework per se, but I do want to point out a few resources. Obviously, some of those folks who are on your board are going to be mentors, right? And many of you have really solid relationships with faculty mentors, with mentors out in the community. And so sometimes you just need to find a really good mentor or identify someone who is in the direction or in the path that you're going to be going to next, right? So some of these resources are on how to find a good mentor and how to avoid pitfalls, right? And then some of them are about creating that really good support system and accountability system. Personal boards of directors are all about accountability, and you have to be ready that when you put those folks on your board, for them to say, hey, where are you with this, with your grad school application? Did you complete the application for that internship? So these people are maybe a little tough on you, definitely constructive criticism, but a lot of these resources will help you navigate how you select those people and who you should have on your board. So I want you to go through them. I want you to click on them. They're easy to read and should really help you out.
Awesome, awesome. So let's go through just a few of our takeaways. We have accomplishing your goals and your vision for this year will require establishing your personal board of directors. So we're linking, our first session that we had at the beginning of the year with now, how we can develop that support system to get there. Your board of directors are individuals that can help you manage decisions and provide you with support, feedback on your goals. It's funny. I put on mine a decision. Somebody that helps me make a decision. Somebody I can bounce an idea off of that I trust their feedback. One thing I will say, Dr. Ruiz, is that don't be afraid to have somebody on your board of directors that challenges you, that makes you uncomfortable, that doesn't always agree with you, because there's great value in having people push your thinking. If your entire board of directors is around people who just agree with everything you say, then how are you changing and how are you developing? So just make sure that don't be afraid to have that. Your board should be diverse, can comprise of family, friends, trusted advisors, teachers, mentors, some in STEM and some not. That's very important as we talked about diversifying our board. Nurturing your relationship with your board members creates the accountability system you need to thrive. So value them. So this is important. The so value them is so powerful because we don't want you to be too selfish with this. This doesn't need to be one-sided, but let them know they are important. One thing I was thinking about as I was working on my board of directors is, have I told them their importance to, have I told them they're on the board? And I know that may sound crazy to be like, hey, I just want you to know you're on my board of directors. But I was thinking a way to like sell it pretty cool is like, hey, and you're talking to them and you're like, hey, I just want you to know I would like, with your permission, if you accept, to be on my board of directors in my section of X, Y, or Z. I value your opinion. I value your support. I value your advice. And as I walk through life, I need help. And I value you as a person who I believe can help me be successful much better than I can be trying to make these decisions by myself. Would you accept being on my board of directors? That sounds pretty cool, right? That's a lot nicer than, you're on my board. It's like, am I getting paid to be on your board? It's like, what's going on here? What are the perks of being on your board? But if you explain it like, I trust you and I respect you and I value you.
Yes.
Awesome. So we also have a few reflection questions that we would like for you guys to think about. And this is your quote unquote homework. What are your top 3 goals for the year? Who is on your personal board of directors? Do you have any empty spaces on your board of directors? And, if so, what qualities are you looking for? And then what improvements, if any, can you make, to your board of directors? This is really important in that self-accountability to strengthen those relationships. So this is going to be a very, I think if you really take this serious, Dr. Ruiz, if you really look at these questions and you sit down and truly try to answer them, and then also try to properly fill out your board of directors, I really believe it's going to help you accomplish so much. I go back to that original slide, 95%. 95% was the study, 95%. I'm gonna say it one last time. So if the results are that, if I told you if you did something, you had a 95% chance of being more successful with it, wouldn't you do that thing? So let's do that thing and build our board of directors.
Yes. And that's a great segue to a lot of the workshops and things that we're going to do this year is going to build on that principle of accountability, right? And we're going to trace this whole idea of vision and goals, and because we want to hear from you guys at the end of the year, top of the year, on how you accomplish those goals. And we know that you're going to do it, but no one does anything alone, anything of import or successful alone. So you need to be strengthened by others. And as you can see here, we obviously have our collaborators. So we don't do anything alone, right, Brian?
No. We're family. We're definitely a family.
Yes, yes. So all of these beautiful people helped to put this wonderful presentation together, and we want to thank them for being a part of the series, and want to obviously thank all of you for sharing your Wednesday night with us. We have some exciting programming coming up that Brian is going to share a couple of things, and then wrap us up.
Absolutely. So we need your support. So April the 21st, we have our Career in STEM panel, Insider Tips. Please prepare your calendars and get ready for another Wednesday night session. We're at 6 p.m. Eastern, so make sure you come back with us in a few weeks. Bring a friend. I'm challenging you. Can we bring a friend this time? Come on, guys. This is such a wonderful session, and this is going to be awesome as we're getting inside career tips. So I challenge you to bring a friend. And then on the next one, and guys, do look inside of the chat feature. Deb has the link for the registration for both of the upcoming sessions that we have. The very next day, we have intellectual property, patent law. Get your ideas protected. Come on, people. Come on, people. Do we have anybody out there who has wonderful ideas? Anybody that wants to create their own business? Anybody that has all these thoughts in their brain and you're like, what do I do with all this? Do I have one hand that can be raised that says, you know what, I need to learn a little bit more about intellectual property and patent law because this is going to be part of my future? Do I have one hand raised that sees value in that? Come on, one. There we go. There we go. We got the one. So if we got one, I know there's more because we got some people back there that just don't know just how valuable intellectual property and patent law is. And you have wonderful professionals that are going to help. So I'm challenging you and I'm challenging our universities. Let's make sure we show up and we show out and show that our students are valuing this wonderful information that Deb and LSMRCE community is helping bring to our students. So please register, and I please challenge you to help spread the word. All right. So lastly, I'm gonna let Dr. Ruiz, I'm gonna let you close us out tonight. On behalf of LSMRCE, we wanna say thank you for showing up and thank you for your presence. Before Dr. Ruiz closes, are there any students, please use the raise your hand feature if you would just like to share your feedback on tonight's session and the value that you believe that creating your board of directors is gonna better serve you in the future. And please do not forget to complete your survey at the end of the session when Deb provides you the links. Anyone like to share before we close out with Dr. Ruiz tonight, their feedback on tonight, and if your board of directors concept now is going to help you moving forward? I know there's one person. Have to call on somebody.
I want to hear from someone that we have not heard from before. I know I saw, I'm not sure if he's still here with us, but Bernardo, I don't know if I'm saying that right. I saw his hand raised earlier. You want to share?
Oh, there's Bernardo.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Bernardo.
So I'm just sharing my idea or what I think about this session.
Yeah,
Yes.
just what does this concept of board of directors, do you think that it's, you going, you're listening to it tonight and then actually taking the time to develop it, do you think it's going to help you, build that support system?
I think it's a really great idea. I've never really thought about it or really gotten somewhere close to it, but like I think it would really be a really great support system to really find out who's around your circle and who can really help you out as you go through life.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much for that. And
Mhm.
I know that this is a new concept for many of you. I really challenge you to maybe go back when the link is available. I challenge you to go back and see if you could pick up on something, re-listen to the session tonight, because I really want you guys to take this serious and allow it to support you in your future. Dr. Ruiz, please close us out. Thank you so much.
Sure. And I want to acknowledge Zaria. I saw you said that you thought the session started at 6. I know if you're on Central Standard Time, I know we adjust for an hour back, but we're so glad that you could make it. And as Brian said, we are recording the session and the PowerPoint will be available to you all. In closing us out, I just want to leave you with one thing that I think is very important, which is be yourself. No one likes a phony. If you have to pretend or play games to get someone to like you, to get someone to be on your board, to get someone to appreciate your talent, you don't want them on your board of directors. What you need are authentic, knowledgeable, can-do attitude people to steer you away from trouble spots in your career and in your interpersonal affairs and into success. And both me and Brian, both of us, I think I can speak for him and say we are committed to seeing you succeed. Please feel free to reach out to us. But there are people in your lives all of the time who are giving you great feedback, who are helping you along the way. So don't think of it as just a formal, static concept. It's something rigid. Think about it being something fluid, something that you'll actually gain a lot of power from and influence as you go through life. And your board of directors just should be robust and ultimately people that you trust and people that can help you make decisions. So on behalf of our entire alliance and all of us here, thank you so much. We value you. We believe in your goals. And now you have empowerment with the personal board of directors to accomplish them. So have a beautiful night. We will see you April 21st. Please do not forget to sign up for the sessions and make sure that you fill out the survey. So thank you so much, and we will see you next time.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Thank you. You have a great night.
Yes, you too, Amber. And tell that grandma I said I need her phone number.
Take care.
Thanks for the session.
Care.
Thank
Take care,
you.
everybody. Great job.